Hey guys, I want to be so for real with you on talking about days 7, 8, and today is day 9. Rewind to Monday and Tuesday, days 5 and 6 of building an online business with God. If you're new here, my name is Riley Shour. I'm trying to create a profitable podcast business using my writing, to make an income for my family and to specifically encourage Christian women who are in difficult seasons. And I'm on day 9 of that journey. This idea has been in my mind since 2018. So it's a long time coming and it's very important to me. But this week, days 5 and 6, Monday and Tuesday, I I said in my last vlog, I went to bed Tuesday night physically reacting to the amount of spiritual warfare I had just faced. Like finances, um, like autoimmune health, my husband's health, you name it, we're under attack. And that sucks. I'm actually filming this for you, sitting very strategically, because then on day 7, we had a meeting at church that was really encouraging with our pastors. We're new members of a church and we're excited to get more connected. But um, yeah, that was really encouraging to our spirits. Then yesterday, I woke up with a lot of energy and pushed it way too hard. And then I've had lower hip pain for about a month and a half. And yesterday, two different times it happened where like it got so bad I thought I was gonna like crumble to the ground. So I am filming this for you, being able to move my hands, but like sitting very strategically as to let my back. I don't even know. We're gonna go to the chiropractor, but yeah, it's been a crazy week. Days 5, 6, and now this vlog 7, 8, 9. I actually filmed on days 7 and 8, and I just tried to upload it from my phone, and those were because I also uploaded my like the photos for the week, and like I really just try to keep my phone limited on, the amount of creative data. I try to back up all my stuff, and the only things that weren't working was the footage from days 7 and 8. And one second. Sorry, I was getting a headache because I didn't have my glasses on. But I was so tired I didn't want to put them on. That's the update, is that day 9, guys, I'm so tired. I am I am I'm burnt out. I did like 15 rounds with the enemy. I got knocked out from a a, a really bad, but nothing happened back injury. Like I didn't do anything actually that taxing. Um, Spiritually, just feeling discouraged and knowing, right? Knowing that Romans 8:28 is true, that we know it is a true fact that God works for the good of those who love him. I can know that in my head and believe it in my heart and have my emotions be drained. I feel like I got zapped today. I don't I didn't sleep very well. I woke up at 3 um from the back pain, and I'm ending the week feeling pretty discouraged and run down and really, really tired. Um, so yeah, that's days 7 and 8. And I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of how I felt on days 7 and 8 as well. I said it in other ways. And I have been able to work on step one of the podcast class a little bit. And I was able to outline quite a few chapters this week, actually. I don't think I was able to tell you guys that yet, but um, one thing I'm trying to do is work through Podcast to Profit by Stephanie Gass and create a profitable podcast. I've had a podcast for a few months now, since September, but I want it to be a business. I want it to bless my family, and I want to create things that will bless the listeners. And I haven't done that yet. So that's the goal this summer. Or one goal. The other goal, these are my two main focuses. One, that podcast course. Two, I really want to end the summer with a book agent. I am a writer. I want to pursue that more seriously. And I think I'm just going to work on that today a little bit. But I'm more the writing than the podcast class. Um, because I'm so tired, y'all. Another change we're making, I think I think it's also a combination of ending the school year as a full-time sub. Um, that was my first school year back after having a very toxic teaching experience the year before. Um, having a many near-death experiences last summer, and then going back to work. I mean, there's just a lot going on emotionally and mentally and physically for me right now, and I still absolutely feel called to creating a podcast that encourages women who are also feeling these things. But let me just tell you, days 7, 8, and 9, I was just not that girl. Like these I think I just need to process, and I need to write, because for me, that's how I process. um I need to cuddle my dogs and process a lot. And another change we made is I'm now 24 hours. Yeah, I am 24 hours vegan. I've gone vegan before. I was vegan for like a year and a half. Um, and it drastically improved at the time. I was going vegan. This is like a side note. Back in 20, I think I was vegan for 2 years. I think I did the math wrong. Because in 2018, yeah, I was vegan for 2 years. um, I went vegan because I was having I was having other autoimmune symptoms, but I didn't know they were autoimmune. Because I've always had autoimmune symptoms and no one ever diagnosed me. And so I just thought it was hormones. And I went to the doctor way back in 2018, and they were like, okay, we'll just put you on birth control. And the thought popped into my head for the first time. I'd been on birth control before for hormone imbalances. I've always had terrible um, reproductive health issues, uh, really painful stuff. And that was the first time that when that was their response, I believe the Holy Spirit asked me this question of, but does that get to the root of the problem? And no, it does not, friends. So I left that appointment and was like, no, like I can't. I couldn't tell the doctor why. I just felt like the Holy Spirit was saying, that's not it. And I started doing research and veganism popped up because some of us can't, not for the animals, it benefits the animals and that's cool. But like my body can't process extra added animal hormones. So when I went vegan back in 2018, I saw my mom 3 days later, and in 3 days she was like, "You're glowing, you look lighter." Um, my body really struggles with balancing its own hormones. So when I cut out those like the extra hormones, right? Um, my body was just like, "Oh, thank you. Now I can focus on your hormones." And it did, and it was great. And now I'm on supplements and have a doctor to back me up. Um, because the other reason I also went vegan was like I was living in Iowa, which they do not at all care about their health. It's number one in all the top 5 forms of cancer you will get in Iowa, and they don't care. Um, fun fact. So I was also just kind of like, no one, no one's vegan here. I'm gonna go vegan. I was, 26 and sassy, and yeah, it it was a good time, and I felt great. And so I am 24 hours vegan again. I'm going vegan, maybe a little pescatarian because I do have bleeding issues. So um, I want to keep my ferritin up, but yeah. And so I'm very excited about that change. I know I will feel better, but also the last 24 hours, I've had a lot of symptoms of detoxing. It doesn't feel great and I'm tired, and then spiritually we got hit so hard this week, and financially, oh my gosh, the enemy was using life to just knock us down. Like the vet and our dogs, my one of my dogs who are my fur children are just not doing he's not doing well, and I'm just tired. So um yeah, that's days 7, 8, 9. I said I would keep it brutally honest. And I'm sorry that this is kind of sad and depressing, but like it just is real. And I'm never going to sugarcoat it. So I'm going to keep drinking my smoothie and go to upload and edit this vlog. And then I might go back to bed. I don't know. And then later, after I eat something, I might write because writing feels good to me. It's how I process. It's how I think. It's honestly less creative for me. It just feels good to get things out of my mind. And so that's what I'm gonna do.